The Sooners, Boomer Sooners. Bob Stoops, one of the best coaches out there. Hard to deny that. Has Landry Jones coming back at quarterback. If it wasn't for Barkley, I think Matt Barkley at USC, I believe you're looking at Landry Jones as the number one quarterback in the country.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a duel. They've got some shakeups on offense. Who's he going to throw it to? Who's going to run it?
But they always throw. They always find people to throw it to.
People step up at Oklahoma.
They walk through games like crazy, and they walk through games like crazy, and just. It's the tough game that's going to matter. They're going to have one or two games a year that they're going to have to man up and beat somebody. And how do they play in those games? Like when Oklahoma has to play Texas this year, they're going to go through their schedule and they're going to look good. But when they play Texas or Oklahoma State, or when they play that tough game, are they going to be able to push through and beat this team?
That's right.
So it's just I guess that's why we're just all ready for football, man. We got all these questions that we're ready to see.
Well, you take a program like Oklahoma. Name another player off that team besides Landry Jones. Can you? Most of America can't.
That's true.
They win. It's that type of persona on that team every year. That's they put on hard hats and go to work, and that's the beauty of Oklahoma and Bob Stoops. He gets the most out of what he has, and they're worthy of being the number 4 team in the country, and they're going to be good, and they have a very good chance of winning the Big 12 and doing some good things out there in Oklahoma. So
yeah, and the Big 12 is going to be an interesting conference this year. I think Texas is poised to really. Poised to take a step back. A couple years ago, I think 3 years ago, they won the national championship, and then the next year they only won 5 games, and Mac Brown come in and just fired all his assistants and offensive coordinators, and just nobody
Clean
was.
slate.
Yep, he did, and they're really fired up down there in Texas. And I'll tell you one thing: they might not have the record, but I'll tell you what, Texas lines up and they play tough, and in my opinion, at the end of the year, the team that wins the high school state championship or the national championship or even the Super Bowl is the team that just lines up and hits you in the mouth and beats you physically. And Texas is that kind of team. Where Oklahoma is. Oklahoma, they're tough and they like to toss the ball around the yard, but at the end of the day, it's the team that's just going to line up and hit you in the mouth. And Texas last year they really impressed me a lot with just lining up and just trying to beat people off the ball. And so it's going to be interesting to watch Texas and go through there, and that's going to be a big showdown. I can't wait to watch the Texas-Oklahoma game this year. That's going to be a big game.
I hope it's a good matchup as far as both teams are undefeated going into it. A lot of hype around the Red River Shootout. I think
the last couple years, the Red River Shootout's been a dud, to be honest with you. So, matter of fact, the last couple years, I've loaded up on Oklahoma and just done well on Oklahoma because you could see it coming a mile away,
That's right.
But I think this year is going to be a little different. I think Texas is they're hungry and they want to knock somebody off. So,
That's right.
Where is Texas ranked anyway in the AP poll?
We got Texas at 15.
15. So that ain't bad.
No, not bad at all.
No, they
very respectable. They could sit around at 15 all year long, creep up to 10, and then beat Oklahoma in the Red River Shootout, and boom, they're in there.
Oh yeah.
Granted, there's a lot of other teams in that conference that are good.
Yeah, and another